All right, I assume we're live. Let's use a different letter opener tonight to open Dire Troll. Does this one have the description on it? It does. The villagers speak of the voracious troll lurking nearby. Its horrific form of grotesque mutations is that of legends. As you confront this creature, you realize quickly the stories are all too true. Four heads pivot to look your way, each snarling in malice, as numerous arms clench their fists ready to fight. You know this is no ordinary troll, but a dire troll who must be defeated. The colors we've got this time: heavy red, vermilion, red, black, light flesh, dark sea green, refractive green, which is also in the red slide, black green, and 2 bottles of Park Green Flat, because that's a lot of miniature. We're also going to be painting Shambling Mound because I like to start with a wash. So while the wash is drying on one, we can be painting the other while the other paint is drying back and forth. Let's get this letter opener out of the way. Crack this open. So most of the newer boxes are vertical like this when it comes to the paints. Oh good, nothing looks leaky, but I don't know if anything is already dried out. We're shaking paint, we're drinking water, stay hydrated. And each of them comes with a nice little backdrop for photo purposes. Oh, hi. There we go. Focus. Yeah, 4 heads up top, plus various parasitic twin kind of faces sticking out. I'm drawing a blank on the movie for referencing that. I mean, the dark half kind of has it, but it's not what I'm looking for. All right, let's cut this guy free, because I'm going to use the base, the plastic holder, for doing a little bit better job of holding on to them so I don't have to touch the model itself too often. All right, he should be free. Up and out. Ooh. Huge base. All the other ones are large creatures. Although, with the way the scale on these is, I'm really treating this as gargantuan and the other ones as huge. I have to find somewhere else to put that. It's too gigantic. Are we crooked? Are we more crooked than normal anyway? I guess. Let's get the Shambling Mound out. And we're going to use some of these paints to also do this Reaper. I know it's not a lithid. I know they use a different name for it. But it's an lithid. It's a mind flayer. I think they're either using their own name for it or they use like a planescape name for it. Another large base. Set this with the rest of them. Oops. Besides, their large bases are bigger than the 50 millimeters from Malifaux for a large creature. Okay, maybe I won't be using it this way because it has the back cradling on it as well. Although, ta-da! I like that, but I don't know if I like having that underneath it, so we'll cut that off real quick. I've slightly upgraded my setup since last night. I did that about 15 minutes ago. Well, half hour ago at this point. Because this will make a nice piece of terrain. Yes, I'm a pack rat. I've Got our paint reference we're going to keep nearby. Got the troll box itself we're going to keep nearby. Get these scissors out of the way. Place for everything in its place. Get this back out of the way. Let's get comfy. Alright, so this doesn't, have an actual wash with it, so I'm going to use my own wash. Ooh, hey, maybe I can paint her with some greens as well. Reaper's Sophie, this one's still metal. I'm pretty sure she's been released in Bones, but I think I also saw her in the P95 or whatever their heavy metal sets are. Ooh, slight change in this box from the other ones, so we're still getting 12 paints, but now we've got these nice smooth depressions for the paint containers. Set this aside with the other ones because I use my hummus cup for paint water. The Wizkids Fine Detail Multi-Purpose Brush, which are great at what they do, but these particular models are way too big for that. So that can join the army of paintbrushes. So much green, but so much. Where did the hole go? Alrighty. Light flesh. Oh, okay. For the other adventurers' heads who are just hanging out on the side, possibly for the highlight on the belt. Like I said, I like to start with a wash. I don't frequent Hobby Lobby anymore, but when I did, I was only buying things with a coupon for 40% off a single item that's not on sale or on clearance. And I've got all these wonderful, for $2.33 instead of $6.49, I got all of these wonderful testers, acrylic washes, most of which are in wood shades. I know I've got, let's just pull them out and give you an accurate description. I know I've got driftwood, FX blue wash, redwood wash, pine wash, basswood wash, basswood, there we go. Drop the base. Pine wash. Oak wash. Olive green wash. Maple wash. And walnut wash. Let's put that back up there. I'm going to do the troll in the olive green wash. And then I think for the Shambling Mound, I want to go with maple wash. Maybe. Depending on how woody I want to make him. Do I want to make him woody or do I want to make him more grassy? Actually, he's more grassy, so. But I want the colors to be a bit different. Although it is the underneath cover color, so let's just start with one. See what it looks like. Oh, and I'm also probably going to throw in a few more models as far as getting the wood grain dry brushed on them. some treasure chests, a bar, the keg holder for the bar, top of some bookshelves, and a Reaper Bones gallows. Speaking of which, I think tomorrow night is going to be the red slide, and I'm going to go through my Reaper Bones 3 collection and see if there's anything from there that I want to paint in those colors, as well as other Reaper and Wizkids miniatures. Alright, let's get started. Let's wash. You can use more than one wash on a surface. So, yeah, because I'm not going to use that on the pants. Well, skirt. My brush so I can actually see them. So you don't want out of sight, out of mind to happen here. Ooh, that's a nice murky green. I'm going to shake it just a little bit more. I haven't used these for anything. I'm going to finish watching this Joe Scott, Could Australia's Greatest Mystery Finally Be Solved? While I get this wash on here, and then I'll pull up my own channel. So at least one of me is watching me. Somebody has to. ½ inch / 13 millimeter. If you're looking for mold lines to get rid of before you start, the palm of this arm, the fingers of this arm. If you want to fill in any gaps, there's like very minimal gaps between the shoulders and the various heads. Nothing that's too egregious. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. If we did manage to start an hour earlier than last night, so even if we do go 3 hours again, then we'll finish up an hour earlier. We'll see. I don't feel nearly as tired as I did yesterday. Ooh, we got some of that without wanting to, but that's fine. It'll dry in such a way that it'll make it look filthier, which it's a diatrol. Not a well-dressed diatrol by any means. I am double dipping on some spots that don't seem to have as much coverage as I would like. All right, peace, Joe, peace. No, cancel. Let's go find ourselves. Come on, cancel. Search me. No, I don't want whatever this is. I do want this Loot Studios pirate set. That looks bomb. Me. Frustrating. Oh, I have one subscriber, and it's me, or... Alright, here. It's going to take a minute for the audio to catch up, but that's fine. Oh, I guess not. It caught up instantly this time. Last night I kept saying I needed music. Well, it looks like I can play Django music through my phone at the same time as I am playing radio, because Rhino Records did a reissue of the Holy Diver album. Let's see if we can change the volume separately on this app. Oh wait, no, that's just the variety. Let's drop the volume because I don't need to lose any more hearing. These Bluetooth enabled hearing aids are amazing. I can hear better and I can multitask. They're black plastic, not Caucasian flesh medical plastic. Alright, back of that hand, back of that hand. Ooh, we've really gooped up that hand. Wick that up and use it elsewhere. Speaking of Holy Diver Live. one of the commenters on the video I watched earlier, well, listened to earlier, it was just the album cover plus audio. So I read some of the comments, and one of them was that they're one of the few bands that's better live. So sounds pretty good for this particular song. Wow, each of these faces has a very distinct personality. Does it say who sculpts there? Because I know Reaper does. Reaper will be like, hey, Keith did this one, or this is an adult toy. Anything is if you're brave enough. Den of Imagination, your miniature painting service. Speaking of which, I have not watched the tutorial for this one because I like to paint in a different order than they do, apparently. Either way is right or wrong. However you would like to paint is the best way to paint. Although there are easier ways to do things. For me, I find that doing the wash first, getting into all these nooks and crannies, and then highlighting over top in various stages of dry brush is what works for me. It speeds up the process. Maybe a bit sloppy, but going for that 3-foot rule, if it looks good from 3 foot away, it looks good enough. Let's get a little darker on there. If I mentioned how much I like that they are pre-primed and they're not hydrophobic like original Reaper Bones material, I think the newer dark gray is less hydrophobic. I know part of that might be the mold release, so it might come off if you give your miniatures a good scrub. Well, a light scrub, but a good wash in some decent dish soap. It brings out all these details. Alright, oops, forgot the top of this particular hand. So many hands. This guy definitely has multi-attack because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half arms. Oh, this guy should have a climb speed because he should be able to just chase you up any surface like a reversed rider with 4 arms and 2 legs. Some kind of reverse centaur. Alright. Let's get in the mouth a little bit on that one. Alright, let that guy dry. Don't really want to use that one for this, because I do want to have the twigs be a different color. Alright, notice how easily the pigment came out of the brush on this particular. So this might be a very good investment. Because how many did I get? Oh, I'm missing a couple of the colors that are down in the other drawer, but I've got like barn red and some other odd ones. Let's go maple down below and walnut up above, just to buy some time for our troll. Again, we're going to go with the 13 millimeter because this is a big boy. As far as mold lines, I'm already seeing right here on the Davy Jones kind of face tentacles. Can we full screen that and let that play in the background? Hello? There we go. For some reason, when a new song starts up on Django, it stops it, at least on minimized view. But this way, without getting a copyright strike. All right, so maple wash. All right, so let's go with the way the light's striking. Let's go with anything below this line with redwood. Let's put the wash back just a little bit further. Like below this line, but I'm going with this as being one surface. It's like painting a bear or an owl bear. Oh, Shambling Mound. I'm not very well versed in Dio. This song sounds very Bowie. Wow, there's a sharp spot. Oh, the tip of that is pretty sharp. So if you're trying to hold the miniature somewhere, that's not where to do it. Although it's got a nice lily pad kind of surface for the base. Get down in there. If I knew where my Reaper, I think it's wood elemental, was at the moment, I would be painting that right now. I've affectionately nicknamed it Good Juju versus Malifaux's Bad Juju. Oh man, Bad Juju would have been so much easier to paint if I started it this way. Come on. Use the wash itself on the model as the paint pot for more of the model. And let's get in the mouth with this color. Wick it up, just like mopping a floor. Need a dry mop to oh, the troll looks nice and sick in both the man, that's sick kind of meaning and in that whoa, that's disgusting kind of meaning. Let's just go ahead and get that protrusion. I run Eberron 3.5. In 3.5, or maybe just 3.0 when it comes to the arms and equipment guide. I believe that's the book it's found in. You can ride in either a Tendriculos or a Shambling Mound, maybe both. There's like a reverse bear trap you can use to hold its mouth open so you don't get swallowed whole in a bad way. Oops. All right, well, we're going up to here then. These will be more of the root system and the twigs versus more of the vines and leaves. Yeah, there's not very much variety of color on this particular painting. Let's just get a little bit more down into the mouth. Looks like spaghetti. Beware of the shambling spaghetti monster and his noodly appendages. Ramen. Alrighty. Pretty sure they have blind, if not tremor sense. One of the two. Right, well, there's that part. Corner. And the knife edge. Rainbow in the dark. We can go ahead and hit the hair too, because if we go with a light color for the hair, you're going to see the skin through it a bit anyway. And if not, it's just easier to get a wash down into all those nitty-gritty bits. Oh, let's not forget the hand. Now let's do the whole book, because this is going to be a tome bound in flesh. At least it is now. She might not be evil, but doesn't mean she's the one that created the book. So we'll see. I'm sure this character will stand in for multiples over the years. Just a little bit more for the leg, since she's got this slit all the way up the side dress. Alright, did we get enough on the arm and face? Meanwhile, let's kind of do the reverse on him and give him this for his clothing. Let's just go with this. Skirting with this color. This is why I like using washes at this step. I did rattle can prime this guy years and years ago. I want to say 2008-ish. All right, so we're going to go with that as one color. But for simplicity's sake, for the wash, we're going to do the inner liner of this robe with this, but we'll do a different paint color between these two. Wow, that drummer is going ham. Get down in the inside of the sleeve. On both sleeves. Be careful if you've got the metal version of this, because this staff is prone to bending, being pewter. Get the inside here. I hate rainbows. They crawl up the inside of your leg when you're watching TV, and they bite the inside of your ass. Cartman, what are you talking about? You know, rainbows. Rainbows are refracted light. Oh, I like those. Cartman, what the hell crawls up the inside of your leg and bites the inside of your ass? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, here's another mold line. So the washes that come, the Vallejo washes, have much more pigment. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. A lot easier coverage, I guess. She's got a nice bronze tan going on, or I should say a nice maple tan going on. Or do we want to do oak for up above? Since it's a totally different color, it looks like. Huh, every song. Alright, so we got some time lag. Ooh, soupy. Let's get some cookies and cream. Boop. There we go. There we go. Turn the volume down just a little bit. I don't necessarily need all the lyrics. I just want the lack of silence. Do not want to hear the actual sound of silence. The song is great. Both the original and the cover bring different approaches. Let's get down in between the face tentacles, the Fu Manchu kind of thing that it's got going on. Except for it's not orange. Well, actually, it's got this huge Salvador Dali on the top and whatever down the bottom. What just fell down below? We'll figure that out later. Get in there. Because these bottles are how many ounces? These are a full fluid ounce as opposed to the 0.4 or 0.6 that Citadel comes in. And I'm not sure just how small those are. I'm going to say like 0.1, maybe 0.2. And a lot of these have been dried out by the time I've opened them, even though like I just bought them a couple months ago. So be aware that you might have to go rebuy some paints if they're dried out and you can't revive them. I've managed to revive some of these with the addition of just tap water. Some of them I've actually busted out my rotary tool, my Dremel, my Radio Shack off-brand Dremel, and at the sink with a grinding bit because it was the closest thing I had to a stirring kind of bit. I didn't have a mini whisk or anything. Something that would be nice to have. Every song. Okay. Make sure we get up under here before we get the arm, because we know the arm's there. We can see that big sucker. There we go. It's not that I have a lisp, it's that I've been holding out the S's while I think of the next thing to say. Been very sibilant the last few days. So much alliteration. Shambling Mound. Get under here. There's another seam. But otherwise, these are very excellent as far as like paint it right out of the box. I haven't gotten any of the huge ones. Well, I should say colossal plus size dragons or anything yet to see what they're like. Spaghetti sauce. Just go a little thick on here. Yeah, this guy's gonna take a minute to dry because I'm just slopping this on here. Get out of my face. Alrighty. Looking wicked so far. Get down there. Oh, that's right. I was gonna. Oh, shoot. I don't think that's good enough coverage. I need a little bit more on that arm. Oh, a whole lot of bit on that arm. Oops, what did I do? I'm sorry. Let's back this up. Try to go from behind this big chunky tree trunk of an arm. I don't have the stats on hand. Can't remember if these ones have a high enough intelligence score or if you'd have to be a druid and use awaken on them to make them viable characters. Dab a little bit of this off. Alright. Let's use this for his actual flesh. Somehow, maybe. Just the corner. Just the corner. So we can get all these swirls of color on the face tentacles. Okay, well, I did a really good job at priming because I see all the details on everything except maybe the staff. Let's go ahead and highlight those and the hand. Where the two are meeting on the color and wet blending, it's looking pretty good too. Get down in the fiddly bits. Into the fiddly bits we go. Yeah, I want to go with a totally different color for that. Don't send me a link right now. Where's my share option? Huh. And that's not what we're trying to do. Copy. Full screen. Close that. Oh, come on, stay. Yeah, good enough. That's what I'm saying on this. Good enough. We do need to do a different wash for his tabard. Before we get too far. And we'll do the hanging heads in the same color. As well as the belt and the armbands and stuff, although we did already kind of cover the armbands. But redwood? Redwood. Let's go down a brush size for just a little bit more control. What you doing, buddies? Redwood, right? Testers FX Redwood Wash. Start down here. Just going for the belt and the tabard in one stroke. That folds over, so that's all one cloth. Something felt weird. Alrighty. So normally they don't seem to do much detail when it comes to the underside of a miniature. That doesn't seem to be the case this time. Like, dude is wrapped in this tabard like it's a pair of shorts, and then just letting the rest of the coverall hang down as a tabard. So the dire troll is wearing a jumper. A booty shorts jumper. So I don't know if that'll make that even scarier for the characters. Who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. Alright, well, the green is still tacky in places. And we're not trying to get messy with that. Trying to be just a little bit more controlled than we were on the first part. Just here on the knife edge. I've been at this for almost an hour. 55 minutes. When I do my first coat of green, I'm going to have to get down into some of the nooks and crannies that I did not get with the wash. Oops. Got the finger, no big deal. Hoochie Coochie Lady trying to beat Park Avenue. Okay. Well, good. I didn't get this at all. So. But where I hit it with both, it'll just look extra grungy, which is appropriate for this model. I'll leave those as is because I'm going to put metal over it, maybe. Well, let's just hit the highlights. The back says, oops, bangle before we forget. Let's skip to this bangle. Pretty sure there's a half troll template out there somewhere. Oh. One thing I do like about the Django app, no, I'm not being sponsored. One thing I do like about it, one more thing I like about it, is that instead of ads, it just has, oh, hey, here's an independent artist. Let's spotlight them for you, and you can thumbs up or not. Get on their mailing list, I think. Oh, get the rest of the tabard. Back of this. In between. All right. Come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, let's not hit that spot anymore because we're pulling pigment off. Oh, this upper arm. I can't remember if you gain any of a creature's abilities, such as regeneration, if you polymorph into them. A little bit of seams all along the limbs. No big deal there. Let's go with this for her robes. At least the back of the robes. Pretty sure I primed her in the same batch. Primer doesn't have to cover absolutely everything, but it looks like I did miss that spot between the back of this hood or oversized collar and then the back of the actual dress. All right. Okay, well that's actually some skin, but we'll just make her a little darker, a little bit more tan. Huh, well, it's supposed to be a song, but I'm just hearing Spanish or Portuguese speech. And with the way the music is going in the background, it sounds like either a movie or a soap opera. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Did I call her Sophie earlier? She's not Sophie. She's got a different name. I just can't remember. But I think it's like Josie, the scribe. All right, I've mostly left the pages of the book white. Managed to have that much brush control. All right. Okay. Let's use this for the back of there. Bring out these details on the like esoteric embroidery. Let's try to get the edge of that. This is sounding like the Spanish equivalent of Tool's Diar Fonsetan. or like a Spanish translation of Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses. Get down in the nooks and crannies. And now back to our regularly scheduled DO. Come on. Running out of places to hold the model. Alright, let's just get the bottom of the staff with this. Maybe it's covered in dirt or something. Get down into all these folds of fabric. Betraya! I'm liking how gross the skin tone is right now. Let's go a little darker on the belt. And that belt buckle. Alright. Let's hope the rest of the troll is dry enough to actually start putting some paint on it. But yeah, we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes in. I'll set those off to the side, and I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick and get some fresh water for my paint job. Here's the water. Okay, Patrick. No, I'm not. I want to pet the kitties. Oh, big kitty. Special guest star, Merlin. Hi. Yeah, I know. These are not your terms or conditions. I know, buddy. I know. Hi. I'm not just a source of treats, buddy. I'm not a treat dispenser, buddy. Stop treating me like that. I love giving you treats, but we're gonna run out. Gonna run out of the shrimpy shrimp. Alrighty. Arthur's over there somewhere. I think he's in your spot. Go on. If you want to. Alrighty, bye. And some ice cream. Some spoonful of milkshake. Back to the stars of the show. Okay, which order do I think they went with their actual greens? Probably go black, green for everything. Shadow. Work our way up to the park flat green. Dark sea. There's so many greens. All right, well, let's shake this up real quick. Hi, Marilyn. Let's see what we're working with. Dark sea green is gray, so that'll be great for the hair. Along with the black, it'll be the highlight. Can't go with the reds anytime soon, but let's take a peek at them while we're... That looks fine. Black, red, vermilion. Whoops, get off of there. Oh, however, heavy red seems to be kaput. So let's add some water now. And hopefully we can revive it a little bit, enough to use it on some of the surfaces. I hear you, Marlon. Well, come up here. I know you can jump up here. I've seen it. I've seen it. Beastie Brown. Ooh, starting to get bad. Where did I put my toothpick? Okay, I guess we get a fresh one. Set you down. I don't have the oral fixation that Jason Lee's character in Dreamcatcher has. Like, oral fixation or not, though, like, you've got a toilet demon at that point because they didn't know what it was. Just stay on the toilet until your buddy gets back. Maybe use the plunger or something to try to get your toothpicks. Chew on a finger, something. Like, I know compulsions aren't logical, but I mean, this is life or death. Creamy. Ah! Well, that was fun. All right. Reflective green is more of an OD green. What's the black green? Did we just look at the... No, we looked at Beastie Brown. Okay, black green. Hi, Arthur. Hi. I guess I'll give you guys some treats. We're running out, though, and I don't get paid for either until Friday, which all has to go to rent, or a couple weeks from Friday. I am struggling, kitties. If I wasn't struggling, I'd have gone and got you some today. Huh. Park flat green. Let's try to open the other one without making a mess. There we go. Alright, well, since that's supposed to cover the most of it, let's go down one more size. Let's go to the 6 mil, 1/4 inch or 6mm. Alrighty, back to the troll. Let's dry brush that on there. This park green is pretty dark. Let's just dry brush over these. Like this reverse bicep, like it's got this huge tricep going on, like no bicep because of how it regenerated, it looks like. Just going for the high spots so the wash can stay down in the grooves and it can be our shadows. Start getting a face. What is that supposed to be? You think acne's bad? Troll acne. Oh shoot, what was it? Answers with Joe mentioned it earlier with the kind of tumor that has hair and teeth in it. When you're just rampant regeneration, you're likely to come out uglier than Deadpool. Topographical map of Utah. That's the real problem if you don't go after the mold lines and seams, is if you're dry brushing, it'll definitely pick up those details and make it more noticeable if you don't go with it instead of against it. Doesn't seem to be a problem yet, just addressing it as it comes up. I'd like to get that old model or a recreation of that old model of the Three Stooges Etten. So a three-headed Etten with, I think it was the Larry Curly Moe version of Three Stooges, since it's more like the Six Stooges with their lineup changes over the years. Just watched a video on that today. Get to fingers. Let's make sure we get up right next to there. There's one of those mold lines. So we'll just go with it along it instead of accenting it. Yeah, so each of these faces has a totally different personality. In some of the spots where it looks extra gross, I'm just going to leave it as is because it's a diatrol. Oops, that took some paint off. Some wash off. If you have too much paint on there, just dab. All the cool kids are doing it. Or at least they were at some point. Yeah, they only gave us 4 different greens. I think I would have just gone, here kids, have all the greens. Maybe I'll paint some of my goblins with this, but not right now. We've got our hands full with these 4 models. Heck, we've got our hands full with just this one model. This guy is huge. If it bleeds, we can get experience points. Kind of a moot point in my campaigns. I run with milestone. Like, we're getting through a chapter of the story before you level. Or maybe you'll gain half a level. Oh, just gonna dab that on the knuckles. Just sponge it on. Sponge it on back here because I don't want to leave the grossness there. Every single song. I'm going to leave the palms lighter green. Right up to the edge. Let's get some water on the brush. Because while we do want a dry brush, the paint is getting kind of gummy on there. Yeah, I had beefs too earlier, and some of the beef was caught between premolars, and I just managed to work it loose with my tongue without having to go bust out the floss. Let's get a little bit more pigment on there because we're pulling wash. So true dry brushing versus simulated dry brushing, I guess. Dry brushing makes it faster, but if it's not doing the job, then we'll switch to just painting it on there. Let's trace this tendon or ligament. Let's get this side of this face while it's facing us. Next song. This bicep, this shoulder, this hand. Not worried about getting it on the teeth or anything because we're going to go in and get more details later. Let's get these sockets darkened though. Although this could or should be the spot where I put in eyeball colors, so probably something more like liver cirrhosis, Hep C yellow. Get that neck more in there, and that neck more in here, and that arm, and that arm, and that other half of an arm. And let's go with the seam there on the hand. Well, if she's making every night bright as day, then we'll actually be able to see that rainbow in the dark. Ooh, I like what the Shambling Mound is looking like right now. It's starting to dry and lighten. Oh, come on. Hello, Fuzzy. Alright. Tootsies. I don't believe in love. I never have. I never will. That's a nice sentiment there. Oops, we painted way more than we wanted to over that. Let's try to thin that up a bit. Let's erase what we got. Just wanted to be able to show you. If you've already got a nice layer sealed on there, you can erase it all the way down if need be. So that spot's going to be back down to pretty much no wash, but that's fine. Huh. We've got this seam right here, so we're trying to go around that. Let's leave the heel and bottom of the foot more pale, but it's not. Let's just get a light bit of this color on there because one, it is under shadow, and two, we don't have enough wash on there. Oh, just got to the part where Merlin's in the video. Alright, so that seems to have been a moot point, but let's get all the way up, oops, all the way up against the shorts. Got that on the skull. I think it's fine if it looks gross, but I don't want it to look green gross. Let's just bury that. Oh wow, single coat coverage. Nice little self-indulgent guitar solo there. Dab, dab, dab. Go with it, not against it. Let's get right up against the shorts where the wash pulled a little too much. A little bit of Aussie. Behind the ears. Make sure you're dirty behind your ears. Kind of like the odorant from Monsters, Inc. Alright, so we're going with this for the coverage color. And kind of the shadowy color. I think I'm just gonna pop him out of here. Alright. Clean this brush. Get me some ice cream. Ice cream soup. Well, while we're messing with this screen, let's touch up this cape. Can't remember if this was Eric or another one of my gamers. Painted this a few years back. Well, let's get a slightly better coverage on here. And we're just going to cover it from scratch. Cover the whole thing, and then we'll go back and just put a wash over it, and we'll do it that direction. Not my preferred. Oh, it's green on both sides. Can we get under that shoulder? The green under the pants seems to be fine. For now, anything else I'll touch up later. I just wanted to get this cape a little bit better. I don't want this green on my Illithid. Okay, these are a little sharp on here. And we're going to have black and gray over it anyway. The edges of the fingers. What's the bottom edge of the finger look like? Let's go with the seam. With the seam. Get these sides and this face. Get up against the shorts. One of my neighbors is stomping around. So let's get this side a whole lot better. Patchy, patchy, patchy. Blot, blot, blot. Blot, 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 blot. This is going to be the low point of this. I definitely want to pick up the Vallejo ink sets. The violet ink that I used for some beholders and such turned out really well. Although the skin wash was Tangerine Dream. I'm pretty sure actual Vallejo bottles come in the droppers. Oop. The whole inside of that leg is Candy Grody. That's making me cross-eyed. Trying to get... Oops. Let's try to erase it from the shorts and leave it on the pants. I mean, leave it on the leg. Down on these nooks and crannies on him. Whew. This model is an endurance challenge. I wanted to wait until I had my airbrush set up for this because, wow, so much green. So many nooks, so many crannies. Looks like we missed under that chin, behind that ear. Come on. The armpit of the armpit of the armpit. Pitception. All right, more ice cream. All right. Let's look at something other than green for a second, because whoa. Something other than green. Just back. Special guest star. Whoop, don't fall. Don't fall, buddy. Get comfy. Get comfy. Hi, Arthur. Hi, buddy. Get comfy. Hi. You want to paint a dire troll or a shambling mound? I mean, the only cat mini I've got right now is a familiar. If you want me to paint him in your colors. Familiars go through some pain in-game. Yeah, Tuxedo Kitty, hi. It's 11 o'clock. It's 10 p.m. I'm doing this for almost 2 hours. Alright there, buddy. No, you can't have that water. Yeah, I haven't made the mistake of drinking out of my hummus container, but that doesn't mean he wouldn't. This guy likes to drink the sink. You gonna stay put while I paint? You gonna stay put? No, of course not. Of course not. Okay. I have some Jack's Linseed Studio soap that I'm going to be using on these brushes later. Oh, hi, Mr. Licky Licky. Mr. Lover Lover, hi. Hi. Let's get a smaller brush and paint her dress in this set of reds. Yes, let's go with the multi-purpose brush and fine detail brush. Nobody, no, 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 no. No, 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 what you doing? You can't play with that. You can't play with the brush. No, don't play with the brush. Oh, buddy. Hi. I know I've got to get my setup better so you can... Why are you smacking me? Why are you smacking my face? You smacked my nose. You smacked my nose. Did we revive it? Enough. So let's start with Mr. Illithid. I'm sorry, Dr. Illithid. Dr. Mindflayer. He's the one that'll make you feel good. He's gonna make you feel alright. I like how subdued this color is now, but yeah, I like that he's in subdued colors. Maybe they don't have the best color vision. So we'll just go straight to her. Hi, thank you. Let's trace around these objects first. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? Yeah, this is what these brushes are like. In fact, the multi-purpose brush has a finer point on it from what I can tell than the fine detail brush. And they want us to paint these miniatures with these tiny brushes. These maximatures, as V Muse said when unboxing the Tiamat. I mean, if tutorial insisted I use this size brush, I probably wouldn't have kept with painting, but different brush sizes for different size projects. My hair is in my eyes. There we go. Oh, that's the book. I thought I'd missed the spot. Get underneath this scroll case. Let's try to get some pigment down into the circle. If we miss a little bit on the outsides, if we hit the ring, we're going to be going over that with metal anyway. And this is still a bit too small of a brush for what I want to do here. It helps well the nooks and crannies, but not the other nooks and crannies. Well, not the broad open strokes. Get down under there. Let's get the light a little closer. Be careful, she has that belt there. We're not trying to get that with this. If it gets under the collar, that's fine. This will be the outside color. Is that supposed to be a bare hip or? No, okay, that's where it comes around. Pretty sure Jill Barrett would say this is not a very adventuring or combat-friendly dress. Right up against the belt. Right up against that edge. Get it down in there. We need to add way more water to this. Come on. Set this down before stirring. Could you please pass the jelly? Don't call it jelly. It's planar all fruit. Ah. And some of this stuff I do want extra water, so I can just let it go down like that. Like a wash down into the grooves. Look at that capillary action going on. Oops, hold on. Make sure we got maximum coverage here. Ah. Okay, stay. Let the back of her dry. Let's try to get these armbands. Although I don't know if I want them red now. They're looking pretty good in tan. Let's get those up here before it falls, and let's scoot her. Alright. This heavy red is heavy red. On the inside. Still tacky everywhere. Ah. Let that dry better. Come at this from another angle. Which way can we get at that with all these arms in the way? Let's go upside down. Oh, that's too much. Too much, too much. Ah. Just trying to get that spot. If I do another troll, I'll probably pick different colors. tabard while we're under here. Doing a bit of a wet dry brush there. Let's get some more water in here. Stir it up better. Let's try this real quick. Oops, we're scratching some of the paint off. Alright, well, I don't want to keep using this tiny brush, but I do, so when I get up in here, we didn't get this armband yet. Oh, my connection is unstable. Are we good? Are we good? I can't tell if I got that spot in there. I mean, it won't matter from 3 feet away, but it matters right now. Whoops. We got it. Flip it over and get from that side, though. Same with this. Need more fresh pigment. There we go. It's not that trolls regenerate, they're just really good at tourniquets. Unlike from Knights of the Dinner Table. That storyline. Oh, come on. Slow down. Let's get under there. Thank you for that. I'm just going to pause my other here and hopefully it fixes it. Yeah, I'm running only on phone hotspot internet. It's good enough for streaming Disney Plus, Netflix, any of those kinds of things. Most of the time. Sometimes when the pay period resets, I get throttled speeds. Who's my second viewer? So it was only telling me one when it was me and you. Get underneath here. I promise, Shambling Mound, we'll get back over there. Okay, while I do like the tan, the red looks good. I'll be leaving that tan on the Mind Flayer, so let's leave the ropes tan. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Get off of there. Get off the rope. It doesn't seem to be helping. Ah. There we maybe. There. Come at this from the side. Underneath there. As much as a troll regenerates, would it lack BO? Would it just smell clean and fresh all the time because every layer is always new? No chance for moss or fungus or fromunda? Or are they just a foul necrosis going on? Tumorous, leprous mass of boils. Let's get inside some of these mouths more here. Don't want too much on this one because it's mostly teeth, not mouth. What about this guy? Let's get behind these. Way too much. Behind there. Right there to there. How's this mouth? Oh, he's got a tongue hanging out. At least he does now. Haven't got those two. Okay. There's that one. Ah, still tacky back there. More of the tabard on the inside where it shows through. Whoops, we got the rope there. Oh, well, we'll go over it in brown when we get there. Oops. All right. At a glance, he looks like a genie. Move the archer, move the troll. Let's go back to the front of her. Let's shake this more and get some water because I am getting parched. There we go. Let's start here. Excuse me. Water this down a little so it gets down between the ribbons. Then we can dry brush our way over it later. Oh, way too much. There we go. More water. Let this get down into these spots. Handling the head, I'm losing paint. Oh. I thought this was, I got a little change in my pocket. Going ring-a-ling-a-ling. Or jing-a-ling-a-ling. Gonna sneeze here. Well, I don't have a paint guide, so let's get that all the way. Let's just fill this in with the same color. That way when we hit the, like with billiards, that was a master stroke that was not intentional. Just looked good. I play slop. I'll attempt to call shots, but my cleanest shots are the ones that I didn't mean to make. But they're the ones that seem the most confident. Kathunk! Oh, stay. Stay. Oh, 2.5 hours. I think that last hour flew by. I don't want to put that on this. Let's go with black-green. And reflective green. Wait, is this one reflective and the other one's refractive? I don't even know. Not worried about it at the moment. Put this black-green down below. Well, I want something bigger than that brush, but let's go with this number 4 round. See if that's going to be what I want. Right, but not for green. I want that one to not be green. Or do I? It's kind of like Chewbacca's bandolier. Excuse me. We don't want it to be the same green. So I'll say that. Let's just go with these high spots. Then we can dry brush the next layer, maybe. Well, it's not going to look like Mom's spaghetti anymore. In there. If any of my players do end up watching this, keep in mind I'm probably not necessarily painting things that you're going to be encountering. Not that I haven't painted those things, but because you see me paint it doesn't mean I'm going to use it anytime soon. Let's start all the way back here. Just do one straight brush stroke across. This sounds like a metal / blues version of Spirit in the Sky. Oh, I've got no viewers. Oh no. Oh well. Good night, folks. It is almost 11. Let's try to wrap this up in the next half hour so we only hit 3 hours. vines in one color, leaves in another, I think is what I'm going to stick with. For my logic, this is the black-green. So I prefer knife edge to rounds, but I wouldn't switching brushes yet. Sneak a little bit of dry brushing in here. Well, let's go back to something flatter for this. Getting tired. Oh, hey. Weird, it said that you weren't. Maybe it was just dropping on my end. Shake the heck out of this, and we'll go with reflective green for leaves, or at least leaves on the top. Olive drab, which is non-reflective green, but okay. Maybe it's ironic or counterintuitive or whatever kind of name. Boy, that fell, but that's probably not what you knows. Is this the one we want to go with, or do we want to go with? Let's go with this one. Leaves. Let's dry brush the leaves. Just a hint of color. Let's just go for maximum coverage on these. Shambling Mound has like 1,000,001 details. Seems to be coming together pretty quickly. Oh, there's a leaf. Paint the leaf. Find a leaf. Paint the leaf. Excuse me. Well, running with the devil. But tonight we're painting with the devil. Now the Ozman's always sold it straight. Now Chicago, on the other hand, oh, I love Chicago. In the name of Lucifer, I command you to spill the blood of the innocents. Whoa, Chicago. Cool little Nicky for you. Big leaves. There's nothing up on the mushrooms. There's some leaves. that a leaf? It is not. Well, actually, that's a mushroom. That's a leaf, though. I'm going to use that for a shadow because I didn't get paint on there. Get in there. Get your non-reflective green. That's a leaf. There's a little leaf. I've got some ivy I might add to the model later. Or if I want to make my own. Just twisty. Some floral wire and call it a Shambling Mound. Those are leaves poking through there. Let's get the bottom edge of this leaf on top of that one. I remember this was a process when it came to juju. Weird miniatures, bad juju. So much green. So many greens, so many browns. Those leaves. Those are leaves. There's a leaf. It's like those hidden pictures, but I'm only looking for leaves. What color is me? It's covered in leaves. Thinking I should have gone with a darker wash. Not that I can't do that over top of this and let that sink in, but spots where the paint didn't catch. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to give it this color. Well. Alright, let's go back to that color for the troll. I think the 10mm will be what we're going to go with. And this is when we're actually going to dry brush over the Park Flat Green. What's up, Marlon? Come up here. Come up here. Come on. The heck is it? Come up here, Marlon. Pay attention to that seam. I work Wednesday and Thursday. So I need to get my gaming stuff together tomorrow. Let's get some extra coverage where we accidentally spelled red. Scorpio lady, sting me with your love. Oh. You put me into orbit, touching me this way. Oh my, indeed. It's like there's so much model trying to dry brush it. Should go faster, but it's not. All right. Love Cloud 9. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, if I were to do it over, I'd probably just go with the wash, maybe a slightly darker green on the wash, and then just go with this reflective green. That park green flat does not look like anything that's even on the model. But hey, let's get 2 bottles of that. Start by the belt, work our way up. Oh, he's got like one eye sticking out for this one. Okay. Yeah, this one is less gritty and more